Hey Aquarius, I'm here to do your love reading for the month of August 2019. So what I'm seeing for you is you're having a lot of options in love this month. You have a lot of threes. You have the Three of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. You also have three individuals here in your timeline. You have the Queen of Cups, the Prince of Discs, the Knight of Cups. And I did look underneath your Three of Cups here. You also have the Prince of Wands. There's a lot of characters here. So that's my symbol for Aquarius has a lot of options. And I do feel like Aquarius is the one that has a lot of options. For some of you, yes, it can be vice versa. You can be dealing with someone that has a lot of options. But for the majority of you, this is going to be the amount of people that are coming towards you. And specifically, if you are a male Aquarius listening to this, you have a lot of options, but the person that you are focused on also has a lot of options. And if you are a female Aquarius listening to this, it's like you're going to be the center of attention for all of these people coming towards you. And I am seeing for some of you, there is definitely a third party situation going on here because we do have the moon, which is about secrecy and illusion. Again, we have the Three of Cups here, and there's definitely that vibe of people trying to compete or people trying to beat out the competition in some way because there's not... it's not like a one-on-one type of situation where you're just getting to know one person. There are multiple people involved here across the board. Someone here is definitely being manipulative. Someone here is definitely being dishonest. Someone here is definitely being immature because you have the Seven of Swords off to the side in your romance spread. You also have the Magician, which I'll get into in a second. Whenever I see the moon Aquarius, it's really talking about some things are hidden to you. So at this time, you need to pay attention to your intuition. We are currently in an eclipse at the time of me filming this video. So a lot of you are dealing with eclipsing out certain people in your life or putting an end to certain situations, whether it's emotional, relationship-wise, etc., tying up those loose ends. And that, I feel like, is actually leading you to a massive release. Now, in your energy, and by the way, on top of your moon card, you have consolidation. So, I feel like for some of you Aquarians, you are dealing with someone, I'm picking up on a past energy here, where it's like someone wants to apologize to you, someone wants to give you a condolence on behalf of how they treated you before, on behalf of secrecy before. You need to really pay attention to this. A lot of Aquarians at this time, you're getting messages subconsciously. You're getting messages in the dream state. You're getting messages at night. I'm also seeing actual messages, actual communication coming towards you because you have the letter on top of the Three of Cups. Some of you are going to be seeing communication, whether it's in the form of an email, a text message, that's going to make you privy to the fact that someone else has other options, or you're going to be getting a lot of messages from other people that's going to make you feel very confident. It's going to make you feel like you have a lot of options to choose from. So if you're single, I feel like this is definitely something that is good for you this month, and it's fun, and you're going to have your pick of the litter here. If you are in a relationship, I want you to be careful because I'm seeing third parties here. I'm seeing secrecy. I'm seeing something to do with manipulation. I want you to be aware of that. So in your overall energy, you have virtue. Some of you really need to pay attention to your morals, your virtues, what you want in a relationship, especially if you're being presented with options. Pay attention to who has those morals, who has those virtuous characteristics that you are also seeking. And I'm also seeing here, as a side note, some Aquariuses are moving, or you're moving locations, or you are coming to the threshold of major decisions that you've been making in your life thus far. It's like it's coming to a head. It's coming to some kind of completion here in the form of your living situation, in the form of where you are living, where you're residing, because you have house on top of this. So it's like you've already gone through the the pathway that has led you to this point, and now you're about to experience more positivity, more gain in your life. I feel like this is not just emotional, this is financial, because right next to this you have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the Butterfly Lenormand. A lot of you are breaking out of your shell, you're coming out of your cocoon into some kind of new beginning. And this is after a very long journey that you've had to work and fight for. And yeah, you have a lot of people vying for you at this time, Aquarius. Now, in your energy, as I was saying, you also have Temperance. Some of you are dealing with Pisces. I'm also seeing Sagittarius here. I'm seeing water signs. I'm also seeing earth signs. And I'm seeing fire signs. So I'm seeing every element here, basically. You, after a period of having been patient, you're starting to see things fall into place in your life in a very balanced way. You have come from a place of sadness where you have had to put something to an end, but you're regaining your sense of emotional peace. And I feel like you're also going to be tying up loose ends with people that have hurt you in the past, because you end with the Truce card here, which is the Four of Swords. You end with putting to bed conflict, putting to rest certain people that have disappointed you before, or if it's a vice versa situation, having those conversations where you are apologizing to someone from your past in order to create that peace, in order to create that truce. This is also someone, I feel, for a lot of you, that you have not heard from for quite a while. I feel like you're dealing with two different people. One is from your past. There's also a new energy here for a lot of you. Now, in the beginning of your timeline, you have the Three of Discs, but you also have Widower here. So you've been trying to work on a situation in the past where you felt very burdened by this situation. You had to put this to an end, or this came to a close. I feel like a lot of you are showing up, especially if you're a female watching this, as the Queen of Cups. You have wedding, you have commitment on top of you. So for some of you, this is going to symbolize you leaving behind, or having had to leave behind, whether it's from your own choice or being forced out of a commitment. You also have Thief right next to you. Some of you have been dealing with someone who was untrustworthy. You were dealing with someone, or I want you to be careful if you meet this character in August and it's showing up in the beginning to middle of August. You have Thief on top of the Prince of Discs. And then you have the Knight of Cups right next to this. If you notice, both of these characters are looking straight at the Queen of Cups. So you do have other options here. One is going to be more mature than the other person. One is showing up as a knight. One is showing up as a prince. Now, this Knight of Cups individual is showing up as love. They have a lot of love for you. They want to offer you something. And they're seeming to be the best choice here, because the Prince of Discs character has Thief on top of them. So there is an individual that you are dealing with, or have been dealing with, where this person's not been trustworthy. This person has been possibly the one that has kept other options on the side. And you thought maybe it was just you and them that was talking or trying to get to know each other, but they had other people around them that they were also getting to know. And then you have another character that actually has genuine emotion for you, that actually does want to love you and want to be in a relationship with you. For a lot of you, Aquarius, you're going to want to take a break. It's like you're tired of all of these options coming towards you, because there may be an aspect of confusion here. So towards the end of August, with the Four of Swords or the Truce, it's like it's going to kind of simmer down, because you're going to pull the reins back. You're going to want people to pace themselves, or you're going to want to pace yourself. You're going to want to be more patient in the situation, which is also the Temperance card in your energy. And speaking of communication, some of you are going to receive communication where you put a stop to something, or you put something on hold in order to gain more clarity about this situation later on. And I'm also seeing here someone that you were dealing with was immature, but they have since grown up. I feel like for some of you, this person has matured, perhaps since the last time that you've known them. So if you are dealing with someone from the past, I feel like you're going to become aware that they have, in a sense, grown up. And for others of you, again, you're just dealing with two different people, where one is a lot more immature than the other one. So the immature one is showing up as the untrustworthy one. And I feel like this is going to be a very obvious choice. I really do. And with the Wheel of Fortune and Virtue crowning your reading, Aquarius, you are going to be the one that's going to be receiving some kind of prosperity in the situation, where, again, it's like you come out on top, so long as you stay true to yourself, so long as you stay true to what you actually know is best for you, what is virtuous for you. This has a lot to do with morality. So stay true to your own path, stay true to your own sense of direction when it comes to deciding who you actually want to be with. If someone is showing signs of manipulation or red flags, pay attention to that, because they're showing up as a thief in this reading. And then you have this other individual that's like off to the side here with the Prince of Wands, which is indicative of a fire sign. This is another prince, so they may not be as mature as your Knight of Cups here. But again, I feel like there's almost a maturing happening here for a lot of you. Also, this Knight of Cups individual wants to take you out. You have service on top of this. Some of you may even be meeting this person in the service industry, or they may work in the service industry or at work and that kind of thing. But this person absolutely wants to take you out here. You have left something behind with the Ten of Swords reversed. You were sad. You were heartbroken at some point because you felt very burdened by someone. And it's like you've been doing a lot of healing since then, because this is in your past position. It's in reverse. Okay, some of you may have been hurt by a previous fire sign because you may have found out that they were dealing with other people. Ace of Wands, after ruin comes a new beginning in love. Again, I am sensing a new person for a lot of you. Princess of Discs, yeah. It's like you're giving birth to something brand new here. But right now, a lot of you can't see this because she is blindfolded in this depiction. I want you to be careful. For some of you, you're dealing with people that have other options, and they may be dealing with people that they are tied to. I just got the vision that someone here is pregnant, or someone here has ties to other people. So if you are in a third-party situation, this person may have gotten someone pregnant, or they may already have children with someone else. That's a very specific message for some of you, not for all of you. Yeah, someone was not acting virtuous. Someone was not acting like they had integrity in the situation. I feel like a lot of you put a close to this, though. The Ten of Discs, a lot of this had to do with a commitment. Yeah, Justice, you felt like you were wronged in the situation. You felt like you had to close out certain contracts with people. And Queen of Swords, a lot of you were just flat out pissed. A lot of you were flat out upset over certain people's lack of integrity, lack of honesty. And some of you may have even had some cutting words to say, or conflict, or this may happen in the month of August. Knight of Discs, another knight. You have a lot of people here. And someone has done a lot of maturing. Princess of Wands, a lot of people. Two of Wands, a choice, crossroads. The World reversed. Yeah, some of you really need to make a choice this month between two different people, because otherwise you're stalling the inevitable. You are withholding your own growth, or you are prolonging a situation where you could have transcended this, or you could have created an entirely new situation for yourself. But for some of you, you're stuck at that crossroads. And when you actually make this choice, that's when the world can actually open up for you here. A lot of you need to be careful about people that are not honest, not of good character, people that are possibly struggling with sex addictions, or people that are struggling with any kind of addictions, or people that are simply toxic to you. And a lot of you already are aware of who this is, or you're already aware of the situation, and you're putting an end to this. It's like, because this is in reverse, it's like this person no longer has control over you. Another Prince of Cups. Yeah, someone was like a player. And you are finally healing. You're finally gaining your sense of happiness again. This is definitely someone that you felt was a soulmate with the Two of Cups reversed, but this has come to an end. I feel like this is really about a past connection that you're still thinking about, and you had to follow your intuition. A lot of you feel like you were not victorious in this situation because you cannot see that yet, but you are, because this was like protection, judgment. You had to call judgment on someone. And you're going to be having a situation presented to you this month, or very shortly in your near future, where you're going to be feeling happy again, feeling pleasure with someone again. And for those of you that feel down and out, like you are not having good fortune in love, it's about who you're giving your attention to. Are they really worthy of you? But your fortune in the situation with the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to start changing. Your luck in love is going to start changing, but you need to, it's like there's an aspect here of being frivolous with love, or people that have been acting frivolous towards you. It's like putting an end or a truce to those kinds of people, only allowing people that are actually mature enough to handle your heart, to allow them to have time with you instead of dealing with people that are not mature enough, right? So how you're feeling about this person, Aquarius, flirt reversed, and the Magician. Someone here is definitely manipulative. I feel like they used a flirtatious energy to get what they wanted. I feel like you're aware of this, and that's why you may be pulling back your own flirtatious nature or energy towards them. And I feel like a lot of you are starting to manifest a new situation. Express your love with the Six of Cups. A lot of you are thinking about someone from the past. Someone that you did feel like was a soulmate connection to you. Someone that was like a reflective partner for you. Someone that you have difficulty letting go. And I do feel like there's going to be expressions of love this month, especially with your letter, Lenormand, clarifying this. And someone here may actually express how they feel to you, but just make sure that this person is honest and trustworthy, because this may be the same individual coming back around who was a thief to you before. Okay, so we're going to take a look, Aquarius, at how this person feels about you. I am seeing here that they have done a lot of research on you, or checking you out, whether it's on social media or trying to gain more information about you. I do feel like, again, there's this energy of dealing with someone who's incredibly immature, and then you have someone else who's much more on your level. And I feel like this other person can sense that on some aspect here, some level. They're sensing that you're dealing with someone else who's coming into your life that is more mature, that is more stable. And for your outcome, it's very interesting as well. There is definitely an ex here, someone that you've had a past connection with, and we're going to delve deeper into that, and that's over on Patreon. And stay tuned for the preview. I do have a short preview at the end of the video for that. And I also pulled some oracle cards for you, so we're going to take a look at those as well. So I will talk to you very soon, Aquarius. Bye-bye. They are very optimistic, but you still may be having difficulty trusting because you've dealt with magicians in the past, or you're still hung up on someone from your past, okay? This person was untrustworthy. This person or the situation involved a lot of dishonesty.